Okay, hi everyone. Just doing a quick little Zoom call. I thought I'd just get a few of us together. It's coming towards the end of the month, and I was just going through my pay line or my printout, my formal report, and I just could see there's so many people that are sort of just hovering and close to promotions. And I know we've got 2 days left to go, and I just thought that I've got a few ideas that I want to run past a few people that if they watch this video, this Zoom call later tonight or tomorrow morning, they'd be able to implement them. And I just thought there was a few things I wanted to do. I've been through and looked through some people's in the team. I'm not mentioning any names, but I've been through some teamies and looked at their wall as to what they're doing. And I think that's something that we all need to do on a regular basis, and look at our own wall so that we can see what we're portraying to other people. Because, you know, sometimes I think we tend to do too much about Juice Plus. And I just wanted to run through a few things like that, really. The first thing I was really quite shocked about, to be honest, is there's a lot of people in the team who haven't actually got many friends on Facebook. I know that does seem a bit of a chore to everyone to add people all the time. But having been someone that started off with just 300 friends on Facebook myself, and I've now got mine up to just over 3,000. So it's something that I still need to work on because I'm struggling at the moment with adding myself. So, you know, I do understand what it's like to keep adding people, but at the same time, it is most important to do that because you can widen your audience then. I do tend to think that if you're actually talking to people, you're actually posting on your wall and everyone's seen it before, they're just going to scroll past. They're not actually going to be interested. So you've got to try and make it a little bit more interesting for them, and it's not about keep doing Juice Plus. You really must show, I'm not talking to the people that are on this Zoom call, I'm talking to people that are going to be listening to this and watching this back as tips, maybe newbies even. You must show your lifestyle. So that's most important, that you show your lifestyle and show what you're doing and what your day consists of, you know, because that's how people can relate to you. So it's most important to do that. I try and show the dogs. I try and show scenery. I'm always in awe of what goes on around me as far as the sky, the sun, the trees, all that sort of thing is concerned. And, you know, that interests me because I just think it's fantastic that we can see all those things all the time. And I think that you just need to try and, as much as you can, tap into what sort of ignites you, whether it's your children, whether it's your horses, whether it's your gardening, whether it's nature, you know, all those sort of things, whether all sorts of things. You know, Jo's into her chickens, her clean eating, particularly strong with her clean eating and her recipes and things. I mean, Jo's always gone on about the recipes and that, and I even pick up tips from her because I don't go on so much of the clean eating. Well, I do clean eating, but I mean, I'm talking about the amount of recipes that you get, Jo. And, you know, this is why people come to you as opposed to me or anyone else, because they're tapping into what you're, you know, what you are and what you've got to offer people. So showing your lifestyle is really, really important. The other thing is I tend to see that what a lot of people are doing is showing the before and after pictures that they've got from the Juice Plus testimonial page, but they're not showing what product they're on or how that product is helping them. They're missing the picture here. And I think what you need to be doing all the time is saying, you know, about the berry capsules, how good they are for skin, how good they are for different things. When you're promoting a before and after picture, whether it be an illness or weight loss or whatever it is, when someone's journey, then try and do post before and after about it as well, because that's most important, I think. Hang on a minute. You do what, a mushroom? Yeah, you can have a mushroom.
I can't.
They don't grow up, do they?
No, you can't, Jo.
No. So, yeah, and we do have to be careful what we're sharing. I've seen a few people share. Now, I know Kathy Smith is absolutely amazing, but we have to be careful what you're sharing, because if you share a video of hers, did you actually realise that if you share a video of hers on your wall, that all your audience can go and find her and buy from her, and they'll miss you out. So that's one thing to be sharing, you know, testimonial posts from a testimonial site, but when you actually share that person's video and those person's actual details, then all you're doing is advertising for someone else. So I had a big problem with that. I've had lots of problems with that in the past, and I've learned my lesson on it. So I just want you guys to actually realise that when you're sharing things, try to copy and paste the text and copy and paste the picture rather than either tagging them in it. That's one thing to do that with the Diamond Dreamers lot, but to actually be doing that for other teamies, don't do it with like Emma Snedden or anyone. I know they're amazing people, but you know, just be careful because all your audience will see how amazing Emma Snedden is or Cassie Smith is, and they'll go and look for them on Facebook, just like you've been able to look for them on Facebook, and you will actually lose customers that way. But the same with Sinead Kavanagh, Emma Karen, all of those. Just be very careful how you share those things. They're amazing people. I'm not saying that they're not inspirational to us, and I watch them too, but just don't share their things so that they are tagged in it in your stuff, because you will pass on, your audience will go to them and will miss you out. Okay, so that's worth bearing in mind. Again, anything that's got their brand on it, you know, when you're sharing stuff that's got their brand on it, that's another issue that you have to be careful of, because they can go and find their brand on Facebook and they can miss you out and go to them. We all watch some of these people. I don't mind you, I'm not saying you shouldn't watch these people. By all means do that and get ideas from them, but just be very careful what you share, because if you share links to their website, links to their pages, and links to their names, then you're just going to share, your audience is going to go across to them. So just be warned, you might be doing all the hard work and only to find that you're not getting any orders because they're actually going across to those people. All right, so just be careful about that. If you've got your own brand and it's totally your own brand and it doesn't say anything about Juice Plus, between you, me and the Gatepost, I would suggest you advertise that in a buy and sell pages on Facebook. Okay? If you've got a brand that says nothing to do with Juice Plus, then you can advertise that in the selling pages. All right? But because you're not mentioning Juice Plus, you're not mentioning the product, and you're not mentioning anything to do with Juice Plus. But you can go ahead and do that, as far as I'm concerned, if it doesn't mention those things. So if your brand is, I think we've got someone in the team that's the Mummy Mission and the Sisters, aren't you, Emma? I think, and something Sisters. Well, that doesn't say anything about Juice Plus. That's absolutely fine. That's the whole point of actually having your own brand, so that you can, if you've got a label for it, I'm trying to think what a logo. That's the word I'm looking for. If you've got a logo for it, then you can actually go ahead and post something like that into Ipswich items for sale, Sudbury items for sale, whatever else it is, because it's your brand, yeah? And what you can also do is promote the Clean Eating Challenge on that brand in those sites. They don't have to be your local ones, because, I mean, I've advertised quite a lot in the local ones in Ipswich, and I've actually decided to go further afield, so I actually post things like that in Ireland, all sorts of places, because, you know, you don't need to be doing it on your doorstep. You can do it an awful lot further afield. So don't think local, think global, and try and see if you can go ahead and post your brand in some of these places, yeah? I think what you need to be doing, you can't just join a group and immediately post your brand in it. You need to be having a presence in that group, so that you, Natalie, you need a presence in that group so that people can, you know, start to realise that you've got some sort of knowledge about what you're talking about. So as much as possible, I think that is certainly something, a way forward. You can also do a Clean Eating Challenge, I think is really important too. That's nothing to do with Juice Plus, it's about eating healthy. You can post that in the selling sites as well, and you'll get people that will be interested in coming and finding out about clean eating, Joe would be particularly good at that. I've certainly done it, and I've got a follow-up sort of text message that I send people afterwards that helps them explain what we're talking about, really. And it just gives people the chance to try clean eating for the first time. And when things have been slow for me in the past, they're the sort of things, all these things I'm telling you about, are things that, that I've done. Now, going back to your Facebook wall, if you look and scroll through your news feed, you need to be seeing non-Juice Plus things. Now, what you need to be doing is scrolling through your news feed and making sure that your news feed isn't just full of Juice Plus stuff, all right? Because if it is, then you and your audience are going to be totally fed up about it. So you need to be making sure that you see other things. So what that means is, between us, we don't keep liking each other's posts. Because when you like each other's posts, all it means is your newsfeed is going to be totally filled up with other Juice Plus people. So if that's all you'll see on your newsfeed when you flick through it in the morning, or whenever time of day you're flicking through it, because all you see is Juice Plus stuff, then you're not doing the right thing. So when you start seeing things that are coming up that are non-Juice Plus, like them, comment on them, interact with people that's not to do with Juice Plus. Because then what will happen is they'll come up on your wall and your stuff will come up on their wall. But at the moment, if you're seeing all Juice Plus stuff, all that's happening is all Juice Plus stuff, that's all you see, and that's all your audience will see. Okay? And you're not interacting with anyone else. And Juice Plus people aren't going to buy from you. All right? They're not going to buy from you. It's quite obvious. So you want non-Juice Plus people commenting and liking your stuff. And the only way to do that is by you commenting and liking on theirs. Now, I know we have a pretty much quite an involved DMO that you can be doing, where you interact with 10 different people every day. If that's something you find you can't do, then that's fair enough. But try to make sure that you go on people's walls and you interact with them as far as when their news feed, their stuff come up on your news feed. Just comment on things, you know. If they're going shopping or something, comment on it, do something, just interact with them, and then more of their posts will come up on your wall. So that over the week, you're actually trying to get less Juice Plus showing on your wall. All right? So over the last few months, I've stopped liking other people's stuff. I do find it very difficult because all you guys, you put some really good content up, and I desperately want to like it, but I can't. Because I don't want all your stuff and everyone else's stuff coming up on my newsfeed. I want lots of non-Juice Plus stuff coming up. And that's something that you all need to be doing as well, really, as much as you can. So you must connect with people, and that doesn't mean that you have to go on their wall each time and do it, because that can be quite time-consuming. And that's the proper way to be doing it. But if you're new to that part of your DMO, then at least try and interact with something that comes up. I mean, I've got people that come up on my newsfeed, and I think, I don't even know who these are. They're totally random people, and I don't know who they are. But I want them to see my posts, so there's something of theirs has come up on my wall, so I'll go out of my way to like or comment on their stuff. Okay, so that's something that you need to make sure you try and do all the time. So basically, as I say, your wall needs to be full up with non-Juice Plus stuff. So if you go on your wall and scroll through, I want to see as least Juice Plus stuff as you possibly can. Okay, so another thing I wanted everyone to do really was comment below, or comment somewhere, or let me know, or let your upline know how many teamies you have in your, not teamies, how many friends you have on your friends list. Okay. Now, like I said, I started with 300, and I've got just over 3,000 now. Now, some people have only got 300 or 400. Some people have got 500 or 600. But I want to see at least 1,500 in the next sort of week or 10 days. So you've got to get your acts together, and you must increase your audience. If you're not increasing your audience, they're just going to be scrolling by. So that is an absolute must. We must try and increase our audience. If you've got problems about doing that and adding people, then come back to us and I'll try and help you as much as possible. Because, you know, you really must add people because your audience has got to be growing all the time. So we're near the end of the month, and we've got 2 days to go, and we're desperately trying to get to a promotion, and we want to try and do as best we can. So if you're just a little way off a promotion, there's a few things that I've sort of put into practice in the past, and what I think you can do. So you can promote tomorrow morning a bank holiday incentive. Okay? Now, put a post up, something like, I'm feeling generous. I don't know, word it how you like, but you've got to do some sort of a bank holiday incentive. And any orders placed during the bank holiday, on this day, on Monday that is, because we've got left of the bank holiday now, any orders that are placed then, they'll go into a draw and they'll win a prize. Well, okay, you've got to try and think of a prize, what that could be. That could be some boosters, could be some bars. If you haven't got any, you can order some. They don't have to have this dispatched straight away. There's lots of little things you could do. You could do, for example, the Blend Actives are really cheap at the moment. So I'm actually going to get the Blend Active, and I'm going to promote that and post that I'm going to put one of those up for, as a prize. And I think I'm going to do that on a monthly basis, really, because I think that's really a really good idea. I think people will be interested in doing that. So do yourself a prize, some sort of prize draw or some sort of an incentive that you think people are going to like and that's going to come to you about. So do an incentive for tomorrow, definitely, and possibly for the next 2 days. And if your current customers that have ordered this month start to get a bit funny with you, then say, well, that's no worries, I'll put you into the prize draw as well. And all you're basically going to do is put a number beside each one of their names, and then draw the number out of a hat. They don't need to know whether you've got 2 orders or whether you've got 10 orders. Okay, that's what you're going to do. And you know, you could do a little draw for it. Put that on Facebook so that people can see that you're trying to give back and do this sort of incentive. The other thing to do is reconnect with some of your customers. Now, some of you that haven't been in their business long, that's a bit more difficult. But what you can do is get in contact with some previous customers and tell them that you're now doing this incentive. And tell them that you're personally telling them about this incentive because you thought they'd be really interested. So this is the incentive because maybe they're on the boosters and you're trying to get them to upgrade to something else. Maybe the berry capsules. Maybe you're checking in with them to see if their order is finished. Have they been having 3 boosters a day? All those sort of things. So reconnect with your booster orders. That is an absolute must. All the January customers, if you've been in the business that long, all your January customers are actually going to be going out again because obviously that's 4 months ago. And during this month of May, they've been going out again. So you can reconnect with some of those to see if they're up for reordering again. Maybe they're going to upgrade to a different package or whatever. Maybe you've already done that with the January ones, and maybe the February ones are about to run out. So that's worth looking at those as well. Go back through your list of people that have ordered. The other thing you can do is go back to your customers again, ask for referrals. Referrals are a brilliant way. Why don't you say to them, you know, if you know of anyone that's been liking your progress and what you've been doing, then how about referring them to me and I can pass on either an entry into my prize draw, or I could send you a free bar, or maybe you'd like to try the boosters. I don't know, something. Try and think outside the box and think of a way of inspiring those people to give you a referral. I've heard people talk of a Friday referral. You know, that's a referral Friday, they call it. So, you know, we need to possibly be posting that a little bit more. All these little ideas, I think, are some things that you can do every month and towards the month end. But particularly, I'm trying to get you to see whether you can think you can do some of that this month and roll this out to some of your team this month. As I say, bank holiday incentive is really good. And also, you know, the 2 days as well, this Monday and Tuesday. Any orders placed before 4 p.m. on the Tuesday. So there are all these little things that you can try and think about doing that can really, really help you. See if you can get customers to upgrade. You know, don't be frightened to ask them. You know, say to them, how are you getting on? You know, is there any other products you think you might like to try? All those sort of things. Quite easy to do that. You know, tell them that you're personally going back to them. They need to know that you're personally messaging them, and you know, is that something they might consider trying another package? Pretty much. Adding people is what I've said, haven't I? You must add people. So what I really want you to do for the rest as a little challenge, is what I want you to do, is to write down a list. Write down how many of your friends you've got and how many they are. I've noticed some people have got 300 or 400 friends, of which nearly 100 of them are Juice Plus. Yeah, that's fine. But, you know, you've got to have more friends. So I want everyone that's on this call now, and anyone that's watching it the next day, as in Monday or Tuesday even, I want them to all make a comment below and to say how many friends they've actually got on their friends list. And then we can...
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, certainly, Joe.
You know, with adding friends, and we say about not adding too many Juice Plus lot, what happens, like, with all the apprentices we get, and we obviously get a load of new people in the business, I get quite a lot of friend requests from all the newbies, and I feel really guilty because I don't want to accept them all. I want to help them, but I don't want to accept them all, because like you say, if I accept all of them, then they clog up my news feed. But if I don't accept them, I don't want to be rude.
I think personally, for me, I like to accept my new teamies, my new apprentices, me and my team.
Yeah.
I think that's a must.
Okay.
And then at the very beginning, I would like a lot of their stuff, but I wouldn't like the other people's that have been in the business a lot longer.
Oh, okay.
And I think as long as everyone understands that, it's not that I'm ignoring you. I can see what you're doing, and you know, I'm really impressed with what everyone's doing, but I just can't keep liking it all because I don't want everyone else to come up my news feed.
Yeah.
But the new people, they'll need that. They need that sort of confirmation that they're doing it right, and a little like from you is really important. So certainly that's at the beginning. What you can do is get people to follow you rather than add you as friends. So, you know, like other teamies from maybe Amy's extended team, that might be a good idea that they just follow you rather than, like, you know, add you as a friend. But for me, I don't mind them adding me as a friend because I'm not going to like their stuff anyway. I mean, they can still message me or whatever, but I'm just not going to like their stuff. And I try my hardest to like lots of other people's stuff on purpose. And comment on lots of other people's stuff so that my newsfeed, and funnily enough, it dawned on me this morning when I was looking through my newsfeed this morning, just how much of other people's stuff I've got on there, nothing to do with Juice Plus. And I was scrolling through and I think, I don't know you, and I don't know you, and I don't know you, and I don't know you. And I'm thinking, whoa, you know, all these people I can tap into. So I start liking a few of their things, you know, on purpose, because, you know, that's how it's going to work. And I struggle with connecting with the 10 people every day, yeah? And I know I've got to improve on that. So I actually connect with more than 10 people every day because I like on the feed that's coming up, if you see what I mean.
Yeah.
So, you know, I know I've got to improve on that, so I'm sure everyone else had too. But, you know, that's, and obviously connecting with people by wishing them happy birthday, it's another way of connecting. But definitely, you know, if you do get half an hour, go on people's walls by all means, but you can still see the news feed that's coming up. It's really important.
Thank you.
I don't know if anyone else has got any other questions at all, because I did sort of scuttle through that quite quickly, but I've had to do it quite quickly because I'm not on Amy's profile, I'm on my profile, and I only get a certain amount of time, otherwise it cuts me off. So, and I don't know when I'm going to start doing that, so I had to...
It normally gives you a 10-minute warning.
Yeah, I know it did give you a 10-minute warning, but I sort of scuttled through that because, so I don't know if you've got any questions, anything that comes comes to mind, or whether I've rattled through it too quickly that you don't get what I mean. Because this is sort of stuff I was hoping people might implement tomorrow, tonight, later on. You know, get on the messaging and message some of your customers, that sort of thing. You know, go through. That's the other thing. Go through. I have a book of a list of people that have spoke to me about the business and spoke to me about the product, and I've put beside them that I've sent them the details that I need to place an order, for example. So I'm going to go back to all of those tonight and tomorrow and reconnect with all those people and beyond that you've ever sent. You know, maybe you've sent them videos of, maybe you've sent them the doctor's video, I don't know. If you've got a note of all those people, go back and reconnect with them. You know, if you've been in this business a month, then technically you should have been connecting with a lot of people anyway. So you still have a month's worth of people to reconnect with. And if you've been in the business a lot longer, then you've got months and months of people to go back to. You know, and just say, I just thought of you and just wondered if you'd ever decided what to do about the product information I sent you. You know, just say something like that. You know, I just thought of you, or you just come to my mind. You know, that's not a lie. That's true. So try and reconnect with all those people as much as you can, because they're all got orders there sitting there waiting for you. We've just got to find them. And you know, I can see that, you know, some of the team are really close to promotions. You know, and you know, sometimes you get really close and you don't get this close again for another few months, and you just wish that you made that little bit of effort. I've been in that situation before, and you know, you've just got to try and think outside the box. So if we sort of end this Zoom call now, but if you can come up with any other questions or ideas, there you go, there's my 10-minute warning. If you could get any other questions or ideas, if you don't quite get what I mean, or can't work out how to implement some of the things I've said, then come back to me on Messenger or in the group, whatever, and we'll see if we can, you know, try and help that way. Because, you know, you haven't got this close, some of you. It's just going to be such a shame to miss it, really. So
the one, quickly before it goes, one thing I've been doing, I've done tonight just after we got home, is I've got like a couple of groups that I've been working on. And I posted the, you know, the post where it says post your 10th selfie.
Yeah.
And I just post that on the Facebook pages. And one's a horsey page, a couple of MS pages, and one's a fitness one. So I posted it on free. And so far, I think they're all up to they've all got about 60 odd photos and likes on there. So that's my mission now, is to go and attack those. I wish I hadn't done 3, to be fair, because I'm going to get inundated now. Maybe 1 would have been a good start. But that seems to work for me quite well. I sort of putting stuff up like that, and then at least when they come back and say, "Do I know you?" So, well, you commented on my, you know, you just put your selfie up, and I quite liked your selfie, and you've got a bit more to come back to them to talk about. Also, today, as you've seen, we went to Giraffe, which I absolutely love, and they've completely changed their menu, and it's fantastic for me. So there was a girl that served us last time, and I nearly 3-foot ruled her then, and I copped out, but I didn't tonight. She's now on my Facebook page, and she's already messaged me. So yeah, it does. It's just Matt. I kept saying to Matt, "I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it," and he was like, "You said that last time," and I went, "Right, that's it. I'm going to do it now," because he's now he's egging me on. Yeah. So yeah, we did, and she'd be fab in the business. She's a really nice girl. She was fantastic with the kids because they were creating havoc, and she was just a nice, bubbly person. Wants to lose a bit of weight. So yeah, 3-foot rule definitely does work.
Yeah, it does. And you just got to have the confidence to do it, really. And I think saying something like, "Do you know what you did, Brent, or what we do?" It's something that if you think, "Ooh, would I?" That's amazing. Do you know what I mean? So
I go out quite a lot in my Body Boost jumpers now. I do the school run in it. I went out to dinner in it tonight. I took it off, obviously. I didn't sit there and eat in it the whole time. But then she's like, oh, well, you're eating really healthily and green tea and you're having peppermint tea. And then the kids asked for water instead of fizzy. And then they had chicken wraps and asked for vegetable sticks instead of chips. I nearly fell off my chair.
Yeah, I know, that's brilliant, isn't it, all that sort of thing? Yeah, that really is. And, you know, as I say, people, they notice all of that.
Yeah.
They notice that when they're serving these people. They really do, and that's just a question of just keeping doing what you're doing, really. But yeah, 3 Foot Rule is really good, and I don't know what you said. But I usually say I've got my own nutritional company. And,
yeah, she asked about it, and I said, oh, I've got I started up a nutritional company, and I said I do lots of clean eating because I'm sort of big into eating, so I like finding recipes and stuff like that. And she was like, oh, I could do with losing a few pounds. And I said, oh, are you on Facebook? And she said, yeah. I said, well, I am, so I can add you now. And she nearly got into trouble because she ran off to get her phone so we could add each other there and then. But then I'm looking at the staff, and there's a couple of guys that are really fit, and I don't mean like fit, I mean like you can see that they work out. And I thought, right, okay, next time I'm going to come and get them lot.
That's it, exactly right. You know, or leave that for her to get. You know, if you're going to get her on your team, she'll get them, won't she? You know. But yeah, definitely, it definitely works. 3 Foot Rule is amazing. You've just got to have the confidence to do it, really. So.
Yeah. So no, that's been my diamond at the moment, is adding those posts into the groups, and then 3 Foot Ruling. And like that post that Millie and Amy put up about the no's, if somebody says no, just cross them off.
Yeah, that's right, definitely.
That works perfectly for June. Just tick them off if they don't want to know.
That's right. So how many Facebook friends have you got, Joe? Do you know?
No, I don't actually.
You know how many you've got?
How do I actually find out?
Mine is gotten to around 550, and it was at 300, so it's slowly going up.
Right, good. That's really good.
Where do I find out how many I've got?
I could look on yours and find out. Because we can see each other's, but you can't always see our own.
No, I can't see mine.
No, you can't always see your own. But if you go on a laptop, you will. I don't know how many Natalie's got.
Joe's got 1,162.
So Joe, you've got 1,162.
Okay, so I need to get my bumming gear then. Up that.
That's quite good. But that's pretty shit. I'm going to be honest with you. Come on. I've got 3,000. Come on. I'm the old girl here. I've got 3,000. I didn't do Facebook. Come on. Where are you?
How many did you say I've got?
1,000 what?
1,162.
1,162. You should have just mutual friends.
No, only 25 mutual friends.
Yeah, 1,100, Joe.
Okay. Right. Okay. When have we got her up them by?
Well, it's up to you, but you want to improve your audience. You know, remember you're only seeing to a small percentage of that people are seeing it. So if you had, well, I've got double what you've got. So if you could get that amount over the next year, then that'd be brilliant, wouldn't it?
Right, I'm on it.
I'm trying to get to 5,000 with Amy. I'm really struggling, but you know. So if you've only got 500 friends, that's absolutely nothing. And you know, you need to. You're not going to get orders like that. You're not going to get orders like that. You know, and you're going to be struggling. So
yeah, and I think it's the more like when you've got a team as well that are in a similar area, you really have to go outside the box to like find new friends, because otherwise you sort of you're all buying for the same customers, but you want to really like expand it. Like I've got a few now asking in Birmingham, and I've got a couple of customers in Somerset, and so it's sort of going a bit further afield.
Yeah, definitely. You need to be. You know, this is a global business. Remember, you know, you don't have to be doing it on your back doorstep. You know,
and hopefully Thailand.
Oh, yeah.
You can sort it out.
It can be so much further afield than that. You know, go and find some groups that aren't just local groups. Find groups that are further afield. You know, find groups in Ireland. Find groups in America if you want to. But for me, I've just tried to find groups around the different parts of the country. You know. because I just don't want to be on the doorstep. I've had to think further afield all the time because Amy and I are in the same house. I've had to try and think further afield, you know. And if you just think the same, think further afield. You know, they don't have to be on your doorstep. You don't have to meet up with them. You know, you can be, you know, doing it all on Zoom call and online and everything, you know. So it's most important to try and get more friends. So I don't know, Natalie, how many friends have you got?
You have to unmute Nat.
She has unmute, I think. Let's have a look.
She was on mute.
Oh, she's disappeared altogether now. But anyway, if we get anyone that's watching this call, if everyone just makes a note of... Are you back, Natalie?
Natalie, can you unmute your phone?
Anyway, we want to make a note. I make a note in my diary of how many friends I've got today, and I make a note of how many I've got tomorrow and the next day and so on. Because like that, I can keep tabs of how that's increasing, because you don't really realise, you know, how quickly it goes. You know, when you keep looking at the number every week or every day, it just looks the same. Have you unmuted yourself, Natalie? No, we can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
That's the quietest I've seen her.
Me too.
Oh, come on now. Wrong button, Natalie. Anyway, so try and add as many as you can. It really will. Try and add as many as you can. That really will help.
I get to bed.
Yeah. Okay, girls. Well, I've enjoyed it tonight. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's been a bit of a brief one. It's been a bit of a brief one. So, you know, see if you can put some of it into action and get